All right, everyone. It is 30 minutes until store closing time. You know what that means? It was the game release of Carcosa Online. There are plenty of pre-orders here who have not been picked up, and I'm sure plenty of others who will be coming to the store right before our doors are shut to try to claim their copies that they didn't pre-order. Everyone, be on guard. You know those gamers are thirsty.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, me in the back. I have a question. Because we have pre-orders and people didn't come to get their pre-orders, and we have people who really want this game who didn't order anything. Fun idea. What if we just sell them to the highest bidder?
Okay. I like your thinking.
And then we quit. We all quit and we leave.
Here's my question. Why don't we quit straight away? I feel like...
I was like, I don't know about y'all. I'm down to just quit. But
what about we made money and then we quit? Because then we can go get pizza after quitting.
Are we keeping the money from the games that are sold? I think it's supposed to go to the store. I think we'll get in trouble for that.
Well, what we could do is do math. We could do math here.
Yeah, if it's like a $50 game and they pay like $200, we're like, thank you for $150. I'm going to go buy, I don't know how many pizzas that gets, 7, 8 pizzas?
It's probably it's enough pizzas.
Bad pizza is good. It depends on how good the pizza is.
No pizza here is good.
That's a good point. No one likes a pizza at this mall.
That's really sad.
It costs way too much money. $150 for 2 pizzas, that's crazy.
That's
true. Is this a hard no on the auction of games?
No, I think we should auction the games.
Manager, Capitan, Captain, my captain.
I'm just the I'm just the lead, the shift lead. Manager's in the back somewhere, probably hiding. This isn't their first rodeo.
I think he said he was gonna try out the game, make sure it was working all right. He's been getting some complaints, some phone calls, been getting stuff going on.
Okay. Well, I'll let them do whatever they're doing in the back there, I guess. Oh God. My watch stopped working.
Got it.
How many more minutes till the store closes, y'all?
Too many.
Oh no! I hear shuffling. I hear the shuffling of feet. They're coming.
It's okay. Just let us hold you. We got this.
We got it. We can hold hands to make sure. We can make like a little chain.
We make a chain at the door.
Yeah.
And only let one person at a time.
Yeah.
Everybody remember to hold on to your spray bottles so when they don't leave at the end of close, spray them till they leave.
Ooh, I left mine in the back. Let me go get it.
I feel like if the manager were here right now, he'd tell us to sell pre-orders for the next game.
Is there already a Carcosa Online too?
Probably.
No, but we can make money off it.
That's a good point. I take a piece of paper and write Carcosa Online too. Pre-order. $50.
I walk to the front and I see how many people are on their way, if there are people on their way.
Yeah, so this is a multiple story mall. You see people coming up the stairs, the escalator. The game store is located right off of the offshoot of where the escalators are.
Of course it is.
And they're coming in troves. At least already you see 30 plus people on their way.
I go, people, I understand that Carcosa Online came out and there are pre-orders, but the store closes in 30 minutes.
Hey, I made a pre-order and it was supposed to get shipped to my house by y'all and it never came. I want my money back.
Well, it definitely wasn't supposed to be shipped to your house by us. We just work here on Thursdays.
Yeah, I barely make it to work every afternoon. If anything, you should be mad at the people who made the game.
I tried to pre-order and your website was not freaking working, okay? I couldn't even put that shit in my cart. So now I want my game now, in person. I'm here. Let's go.
We have this really, really great customer service rep at the other side of the mall if you would like to go talk to them.
It's a 15-minute walk each way.
And how you do it is you go there, you go behind the taco hell, and you stand there for about 10 minutes and await my instructions. So go there and await my instructions.
And they're all inching into the actual game store at this point. They're just pushing their way through past all of us.
I'm definitely standing and just being pushed back.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, they're here. They're coming. I can't do anything.
I think we're losing control of this experiment.
Everyone needs to form an orderly line, and you need to come here and give me your membership cards. And if you don't have membership cards, you have to order membership cards. To do that, you go online, You type in membership cards, or what's the name of our game store?
It's
Game shop.
Game Shorts.
Game Shorts. You gotta type in Game Shorts membership card.
Game Shorts.
It's a long process. It asks for quite a lot of information, but it's all worth it, I swear. For the discounts.
If you sign up for our credit card program, I can definitely get you your pre-order game.
Oh gosh, I'm falling.
And if you sign up for a membership card, you get your free Game Shorts cargo shorts with pockets for different games.
They're big enough to hold, lots of different game consoles and different controllers and stuff. It's great. The pockets are great. I recommend them.
Like 5 people actually line up and listen to you, and the rest of them are just walking into the store past us.
Game Shorts, cargo shorts for short sports. It's all good. I love them.
It's actually a requirement. We all have to be short to work in the store, branding.
And we literally have to wear shorts no matter how cold it is. It's very cold in here right now. My legs are cold.
Please buy a game to get us some warmer shorts for the winters.
Support your game store gamers. We need something other than shorts too.
And to support us, all you have to do is pay cash for Carcosa Online too. Hey, right here.
And anyone who pre-ordered, of course, you get your shorts free of charge. Line up and get your shorts. You don't get the game right now, but you get the shorts. And then you come back with the shorts another day to prove that you bought the game. And your pre-order is still active, I promise. Tomorrow your pre-order will be just as good as it is today. Just late. You won't get any of the day one bonuses, of course. It's not us. That's not our problem.
No, don't tell them that. And if you really think about it, shorts are better than a game because you can't wear Carcosa online.
You know what's better than shorts? That cutout over there of ST3v3. I want them. I'm gonna take them. Okay? Yeah.
I'm not paid enough to stop you. So
Cool.
If you can make it out. Listen, I'll distract the manager, but let me get a pick with it
Don't
first.
help the burglars. What are you
But
doing?
let me get a pick with it first though.
Okay, selfie with the burglar. Everybody lean in.
Everybody, peace signs.
Say Game Shorts.
Game Shorts.
And they walk out with the ST3v3 cardboard cutout mascot for Nostradamus. A few people are lined up at the front desk getting checked out by the other cashier, who did have their pre-order emails, thankfully, and just came very late to get their pre-orders. The rest of the group,
Don't forget to give them their shorts.
folding up shorts on the side. Here you go. Here's your game of shorts. It's got Nostradamus branding on it because it's a collab event, embroidered into the pockets. And the rest of the very upset mob is trying to get any remaining games that are available.
Are we? Do y'all want other games? You want something else, or is that the end of it? No.
No. And this all devolves into chaos. We're getting fumbled over by this very enormous crowd. There are like 4 of us. Manager has not come out of the room. And yeah, the store eventually closes up shop. And we're tattered and bruised, and our shorts are looking worse for wear. But we finished our closing shift.
Hopefully we'll get new ones.
Honestly, I think this went better than the Call of Duty 42 launch.
We're not 42.
Honestly, I think it did. We all, listen, everyone made it out. No one was bleeding.
I'm bleeding
Great.
a little.
I'm also bleeding a little, but
Oh, you are? Never mind.
it's on the shorts, and those come free with the job, so it's okay.
Yeah, definitely got a few scrapes.
I can't believe Denny is still in the back. Should we go get him? I mean, what? How could he leave us to that mob?
Oh yeah, let's go check on Denny.
Yeah, let's go.
E-Man, why?
Denny, there were so many people.
You owe us all pizza.
We better get paid overtime for this. Or pizza. Never mind. I want pizza.
Is ice cream an option? I kind of want some ice cream.
That's probably
ice cream on pizza. Is that horrible?
Pizza on ice cream.
No, that's worse.
It's all they serve. At ice cream, you scream, we all scream for pizza.
Welcome, everyone, to Escaping Carcosa Offline, the Call of Cthulhu 70 game. I am Michaela, your keeper, and we're going to go ahead and go around and introduce everyone. First, we'll start with Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I will play the character of Guy Jury, who is a paranormal investigator slash PI, or at least that's what he calls himself. And both of us have he, him pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at JackTrue. That's spelled JAK_true, all lowercase.
Very nice. And next up, Fatuma.
Hi, my name's Fatuma, and I am playing Noor, sassy 24-year-old from New York City who is learning to get her hands dirty in this game, apparently. We both use she, her pronouns, and you can find me, Fatuma, on Twitter at twitter.com/Fathumo, so it's FATUMAAAA. There are 4 A's at the end. Or underscore. There's also an underscore, but yeah.
And next up, Drea.
Hey, I'm Dre, they, them, and I can be found on Twitter at Dre Silvertooth, DREA, and here I play Fable, they, she, who is a parkour practicing hacker whose girlfriend is missing, in a sense, and they are here to throw down.
All right, and next up, I've got some questions for you all. So, Noor, you have friends from the streaming community. Is there a friend that you have from school or the like who got you through your uni days?
Oh my god. This is like one of she was my roommate my first day. I was like obviously a computer science major. She didn't know what she was majoring in until I think our final semester of college. But she got some degree. She's like she does a lot of like freelance art right now. It's like really cool, like murals and stuff. And she actually was the one person who, whenever I was like really stressed out about something, she'd be like, okay, talk me through the problem, which is something that I'm really bad about doing. So she's like one of the first people who I'd go to and be like, hey, like I'm really struggling with this assignment. Like, can I talk at you through it? And she actually like picked up on some stuff and would solve my problems for me. And I was like, you're better at this than I am, which is like a fun little thing. And she actually was the one who convinced me to get into like streaming and stuff. She was like, this is like, you really like gaming and talking to people, just do both at the same time. So she definitely helped me get through a lot of like moments. I call her Dee Dee. Her name's Dee Dee, the nickname I gave her. Yeah. Oh, she's gonna die, isn't she? I'm so scared now that I've named her.
No, it's okay. It's all right. You just might get to see her later.
Yay! I hope alive.
All right, yeah. And Guy, a fun question for you. You have some snail and slug friends and the like that follow you around. And, mostly an annoyance, you tend to kind of talk at them. Do the slugs ever talk back?
Not to my knowledge during the day, but I'm pretty sure I've had some bad dreams where they talk, and I wake up in the morning and I'm not sure whether they're talking or whether it's a remnant from the dream. I suppose that's one to work out for the future. I try my best not to name them because it makes it harder to, kill them when they start to overwhelm the area. And it makes it harder when they just die of natural causes, like appearing under my neck when I'm sleeping.
Nice. And Fable, tell us about one of your favorite movie genres you like to watch with Ryan, and what was the last one you watched?
I like suspense movies, like a little horror, but not so much horror that I can't sleep. And by that, I mean Ryan can't sleep, and therefore I can't sleep because Ryan won't let me sleep. So I like movies that are a little scary, a little suspenseful, but enough that I can be like, please go get pee. Nothing at all is happening. Then I get to be scared. I also get to sleep. And the last one I watched was No One Can Hear You Scream in Space 8.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Speaking of throwing down, Last time on Carcosa Offline, the group had made their way into Mopop by incapacitating some very interesting looking guards who had barred the way for the investigators into the back entrance. Noor did attempt to charm them and convince the individuals that they were simply there for a media gig, but alas, they could not be so easily fooled. So instead, as one individual left to check the validity of their claims, one of the last standing guards took a gnarly knuckle sandwich to the face, and it all devolved from there. The fight itself did take its toll on our investigators. Fable found herself in the Hall of Fame that was surrounded by portraits draped in yellow cloth. A note about heightened security was found in a pocket of one of the guards that Mauve and Guy had taken care of. And Mauve impaled someone with a boom mic. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess.
Oh, boom. That's so funny to me still.
I don't know if the phrase "you gotta do what you gotta do" extends to impaling people with boom mics, but I guess Mauve would disagree.
Well, if it's not something you're supposed to do, why do they make them so sharp?
It worked, right? Oh my goodness. So after that interesting encounter, the group made their way upstairs where a very disgruntled Victoria Hyland could be heard, as well as messages from the game as they watched one of the streamers they had sponsored for Carcosa Online. Mauve took a little bit of a breather away from the group after the encounter that they had. They just needed some downtime, while the rest of the group was left standing outside of the door after having heard these messages. Fable hearing a heart-wrenching message from Ryan, their partner inside the game, and Guy was made aware of just how involved Victoria Hyland is in this game and its peculiar situation, as she quickly worked to reach out to hospitals upon hearing a message from her son, who is also inside of the game. And we look towards our investigators, who were just made aware of exactly how dire the situation is.
Do I get the sense that I remember, Drea, last time you were like, Fable's going to run in. Does Noor get that? Like, does Noor get that vibe off her like very quickly, or off them very quickly, or is it like, do I have to like roll a thing for that, or like do I just like know this? Like you know what I mean?
I think Fable, from what I understood, was pretty visibly peeved.
Okay.
And
Yeah, Fable is like clearly starting to lose. If we're like I think we were both by the door frame, right? So we're
Yeah.
very close to each other.
We're next to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noor and Fable are close together, and I think Noor can see that Fable started shaking and has her sort of lip like pulled back in a sneer, and her mask that has like animal teeth and like lights to trick cameras and stuff has started like slipping down over her face, and she's not fixing it. She has all of her real teeth out, and she looks furious.
Okay, I think Nora's gonna like turn to Fable and be like quietly, because we're by the door, right? Like I know, like I feel like I know this situation sucks. I know that like your partner is stuck in the game, but we have to be smart about this. If we rush in, if we do anything that's like rash, we could make this like worse than it is, right? Because if we get caught, we can't do anything, right? And Victoria Hyland, Nostradamus is not like a fun, easy go. It's they're a company that could like erase your existence off the face of the planet. I feel like, so I feel like, listen, I'm frustrated too. I might have unintentionally had a hand in this, and I think we need
What?
I think we need a plan.
Sorry, you said what?
I was an intern there, so I understand the need to fix this.
Okay, well, I'll punch you later, but now I'm gonna punch her.
Yes, you can punch me now if you want, just not them. Because if we punch them now, we're not going to be able to do anything after that.
Okay, Fable starts actively like standing up and getting ready to like walk through the doorway.
Fable, stop.
Fable stops.
I know this is hard. Right now, the only thing I want to do is march in that room and confront Victoria. But we can't. She said, get me a list. Pre-orders. That means you. That means Ryan. And she said hospitals. That doesn't mean the local St. Mary's. That means secure facilities, armed guards. unexplained disappearances and deaths to be written off. Heart problems, brain issues, whatever they want to get rid of anyone that they experiment on in this situation that doesn't go the way they want. We don't leave now with whatever information we can get. You might never see Ryan again.
Fine. She's right there, and I would love to punch her, but fine.
If it helps, I know where she lives.
Oh, that does help. Yeah, that helps a lot.
Noor's just like holding her head in her hands, like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay, well, Fable draws back from the door.
And here's the other thing. If we can get to Ryan before they do, they'll probably be arriving in some kind of transport vehicle with a way to transport them along with whatever power source they're using to safely move them to whatever facility they want to take them to, hospitals or otherwise. And that gives us a chance to head them off, perhaps even hijack whatever vehicle they're using.
I have a fun idea. And I think they've drawn back from this door, right? Like, they've actively pulled back in a way and maybe are around a corner so they can talk.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say that you all are slowly kind of pulling away, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I have a fun idea. If they're going to pick people up and take them somewhere, I have a headset that's not being used. I have one that doesn't work, isn't turned on, but maybe somebody could pose like it is.
That is an idea. But I honestly don't know how I feel about it right now. I'm not going to lie to you all. Just because Nostradamus is a tricky company. I'm like, if you get caught, I'd be more, if you were to get caught, that would be, not like you specifically if you were to go, but if someone were to get caught, that is more concerning to me about what they could do to you.
So, here's the deal. My partner's already in there, right? And if I could get in there right now, I would. But it doesn't look like I can. I don't think turning my headset on will get me into that game. It looks like it's shut. They said the servers are full, right? They're not letting anyone in, so I can't get in there to help. She's kind of by herself. And I know that you probably still have a good head on your shoulders about the situation, but I don't. And honestly, I'm not that worried about what they're going to do to me. They should be worried about what I'm going to do to them.
And as you all are discussing exactly how to go about this current predicament, how you're going to get Ryan to safety and others as well, as many as you can, perhaps warned about what exactly is happening, Mauve has started to kind of walk away from the sculpture in the center of the room where they had been waiting for a bit for you all. And you hear the clicking of their shoes against the tile in this building. It is painstakingly quiet outside of the mutterings that are coming from you all. And they come across a room that has been... It looks like there's some scratch, like some cat scratch, on a signboard that was kind of just pasted in front of this room. And it is the Fantasy Worlds of Myth and Magic room. But the Fantasy Worlds of Myth and Magic portion instead says Fantasy Worlds of Myth and the Break Room written in. Mauve opens the door to this room and is greeted by so many different things to take in. The room has a soft purple glow to it. There are structures and TV screens and props on display as they step into this light and are kind of absorbed by it.
Greetings there, travellers. It's me, Wingover, famous gnome bad, and I'm just here to tell you that I really love peanut butter and chocolate. It's such a good combination. There might be some of you who are like, "Oh, but Wingover, I hate peanut butter and chocolate." Well, really don't care. Oh my goodness. Is that another one? Oh, I can't stop myself. I'm addicted to them. Alright, but before we go into all that good stuff, travelers, I just want to say welcome to the Inn of the Seven Dice. Thank you for stepping on by and coming to listen to this tale. The tale of escaping Carcosa. Oh, it's been quite a ride so far. Did you know that we are actually nearing the end of the first day? I believe after this one, there is one more episode of the online and one more episode of the offline, and then we have wrapped up the first day. The plan is that we are going to have some recaps for both online and offline that'll allow for an easy jumping in place for anybody who wants to start listening to the tale, as well as gives a good refresher for anybody listening. Oh, there's another one of those cats. I tell you, they'll get in here. I get it, you're hungry. But you can't have this delicious food. You know, they act like they're hungry, but I just fed them half an hour ago, so, what's that all about? Anyways, travelers, let's jump into a fun fact. Fun facts with Wingover. Did you know that Dr. Pepper now has 26 flavors in 2050? That's right. After a little bit, they decided this is boring just having 23 flavors. That's not enough. We want more flavors, more than there is letters in the alphabet. And so they went to the labs. They tried again and again with these regular flavors out there, but nothing was working, nothing was wowing. And it wasn't until that fateful night, a chemist sitting over their creation, staring down at it, realizing what they had done, realizing the decisions they made to get here, the sacrifices along the way. They stared at their creation, haunted by it, and they put it into the Dr. Pepper, and they tasted it, and they knew that the price they paid was worth it to them. And that's why Dr. Pepper has 26 flavors. That's right, it has 3 new synthetic flavors that were created by none other than Dr. Pepper themselves, the strange, timeless being that enters into our realm every once in a while to add a couple new flavors, and they're haunted by their creation. Oh, how lovely. Everyone loves a good Dr. Pepper. Oh, I almost forgot, dear travelers. Got head on over to the Coast Radio. What's gonna happen? I don't know, but sometimes it whispers to me and shows me alternative reality where I am ripped apart and reformed. All right, Cursed Radio, what do you got?
Welcome to Nameless Monsters, an actual play podcast currently running Monster of the Week by Michael Sands. Think things are strange in your neck of the woods? Try Triple Springs on Versailles.
Max is going to take a second. She's been schlepping this person-sized duffel bag. And she's going to put it down, undo the combination lock, and she pulls out a belt of grenades.
Mags, you're the government person, so I don't want to, tell you how to do your job.
Join Brad, Mags, and Morris as they try to navigate the weirdness facing them at every turn.
Oh no, starting out strong with a 6.
Oh no!
I've got 2 charm and everything.
Brad is so charming.
She shoots you.
Oh shit!
Nameless Monsters. Catch us every other Wednesday on your favorite platform. And happy hunting.
Alright, travelers. So you're probably like, oh, Wingover, how do I support the show other than listening? Well, good news. You can head on over to the iTunes or Spotify if you're listening on that and slap them stars down. Give us the 5-star review. Helps us fight against this horrific algorithm that has entered into every single piece of our social media technology and controls every single thing that we watch and listen to. It's horrible, but hey, we're in it, so in order to ride this wave, we need those stars. So help us out, because it's been a while since we got some. Always very good. If you want to help us in another way, we have a Patreon. Head on over there. We have lots of bonus goodies. We often try to put the episode up around a week in advance. Sometimes we're a little bit late on it, but we always get it out before the episode is actually out. So if you want to listen to the episode and you just can't wait, then head on over to our Patreon. Also, that money goes towards supporting things like hosting fees, artwork, music and sound effects, software that we need to get in order to make this lovely show. So very helpful. Head on over to the Patreon because it does help support us. Alright, travelers, I have rambled on enough and enough. This cat is going to destroy everything I own, so I must go shoo it away. Until next time, dear travelers, I bid you all adieu.
And we return to you all.
Okay, guys, so what do you think we should do?
Well, we could look around the museum a little more, see if there's any other clues or anything that we want to find. Or honestly, we don't know when they're gonna send people to go pick up like those who are stuck in the game. So if you wanted, you could like go back and make sure that Ryan, right, doesn't like get taken when you're not home or anything. Just like we either stay or we leave. And I feel like those are our two options.
Michaela,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I've asked this before, but maybe not well. If the headset is the headset plugged into the wall? Like, can Ryan be moved?
Ryan can be moved. So the headset is connected by itself. It's obviously it's on along with the gaming system, but the headset itself will be okay if you move Ryan.
I want to contact Gale and have Gale take Alistair and Ryan to his house.
All right.
So we don't have to leave.
All right.
Good call.
Yeah, so my friend will take care of it. He can move her
Okay.
and Alistair. But we're already in here. It was not easy to get in here. I think Mauve stabbed someone, so we might as well look around.
Mauve definitely stabbed someone.
That being said, if you want to leave, I'm not going to hold it against you.
No, I have as much a hand in this. Not as much of a hand. I doubt that I have as much of a hand as Victoria Hyland does, but I do, to a degree, have a responsibility to make sure that people get out of this game. For reasons I will explain later, when you can punch me later.
Yeah, we'll circle back to that.
Yeah, we'll get back to that part. But I feel like if there are more rooms we can look around to gather any kind of information, I'd rather stay and just see what we can find before we leave. Because you're right, it'd take a lot for us to get in here.
Guy?
We need to make sure Mauve didn't get into any trouble. Once we've sorted that, get whatever evidence we can, and go, hopefully without being caught.
I just realized that Guy and I are still dressed. This is me speaking, Fatuma, that are still dressed like those scary people while we're having this conversation.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we're still wearing the suits and stuff, so I just was like, oh,
that's
right.
good.
That was the detail that I remembered.
But if we know Ryan's safe, maybe we go back for Victoria.
Yeah, check OOC check-in. I think we would, the thing that makes sense would be to, make sure Mauve's okay, but we can't really do that. So,
yeah. Like I said, we can have it so you all go and find them. And I will workshop with Tenzin later about maybe some of the stuff they found as they meandered, and they can bring that information back to you all.
Yeah.
Can someone just text them hey, you good? And then we're going to look around.
I was literally going to be at some point I need to get all of your numbers. Guy, can I borrow your phone again? Maybe, if you're okay with that.
Fine. I suppose I have to write the code so you can book out whose numbers are whose. Fine, take it.
Thank you. And then Nora's gonna text Mauve, hey, we're gonna look around the museum a little bit. Let us know if anything happens. Be safe. We'll let you know if anything happens, and we'll meet up later. That's also sent in 14 texts. It's every 2 words is a different text message.
Many emojis.
Many emojis. Many dots and lots of typos. Yeah.
Nice.
Not used to a phone with any. I'm not used to
buttons?
A phone with buttons or whatever. I don't know.
It does have a touch screen.
I'm not used to a screen. Maybe phones are just holographic now. It's a little thing and it's just whoop, they just appear. So even not used to physically holding a phone. I'm oh, it's heavy.
Nice. Yeah, and somewhere Mauve gets a text alert, and it sounds a little bit more magical than normal. Instead of the typical, it's like...
Can we pull up Smiley's stream on the phone? Just have it going.
I believe Fable, you had set up the like cat cam,
Yeah.
and then you had, I believe, both in view the game and Ryan as well, and then Noor would be able to pull up Smiley's stream.
Yeah.
And I think Fable is definitely checking that video regularly throughout whatever we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Noor at some point texted someone who she knows Smiley to make sure that Smiley's like okay. So she's definitely like keeping an eye on that. But yeah, I pull up Smiley's stream on my phone, and I pull out wireless earbuds or something, and I put one in my ear, and I'm like, hold it out to Guy. I'm like the other one.
It just holds it nearby his head.
Amazing.
That's really impractical.
Yeah, so impractical, but great. Just walk, yeah. So she's intently like listening in, and is gonna make the mental note to go back and watch like the VOD of the stream later, if it is still up. She's gonna like remember to do that later.
Guy's intent is to see at which point it gets cut, because I sort of get the sense they're not going to allow this stream to keep going after a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so Mauve is good, and you're both down for this risky-ass thing we're doing, so let's get some information on whatever weird-ass cult this is.
Yeah. What other rooms are we nearby? It's not like we can go check out the indie room. That's where the meeting's being held.
You all are still pretty close to the indie room. There's a few different rooms on this floor. You've got the guitar gallery, you've got the fantasy worlds of myth and magic room, the Nirvana, you might have to retcon that, the taking punk to the masses room, and then the contact high, a visual history of hip hop in progress room. So it's not actually complete and open to the public yet. It probably actually is now, but it was still in progress a few years ago.
Okay. I'm kind of intrigued by the hip hop room, but I don't know if everybody else is.
So there's 4 rooms, like on the same floor.
Yes.
So what do you guys think? Divide and conquer or stick together?
Ooh. I feel like dividing and conquering, just so that we can get out as quickly as possible while gathering as much information as possible. But I realize we're in a building with people that could kill us. But I still think dividing and conquering is the fastest way. Also, because Guy and I look a little different. I know are you sneaky? I forget if you're sneaky. You seemed sneaky.
I'm deeply sneaky.
You're deeply sneaky. I feel like we could definitely divide and conquer this.
Okay. Guy, what do you think?
It's fine by me. You see like a sort of a look goes over, like his eyes change. It's like a determined look. He was looking like kind of stressed out. And now he starts to look determined.
Aww.
Guy and Fable have known each other for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Guy and Mauve have known each other longer, but like we know each other through Mauve a good while.
They don't habitually hug.
No, I think
Just the one time that Fable was really panicked. Yeah.
I don't think Guy habitually hugs anyone.
Yeah, Guy doesn't habitually hug anyone. He habitually panics and has anxiety.
Fair enough.
Valid. For visual wise, so you all have an idea where you're at. The Indie Game Revolution is pretty much secluded by itself. All the other rooms are going to be to the left side of this floor. So you've got the Taking Punk to the Masses room, the guitar gallery, and a few other miscellaneous rooms, the room that's in progress, the history of hip hop room, all lined up along one another. The visual history of hip hop is kind of snaked around the bottom of those 3 rooms, and then all the way off into the furthest left of this floor is the fantasy worlds of myth and magic room.
And that's the one that Mauve went into?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after meandering about for a little while, waiting on y'all, that's where they found themselves.
I'm always down for a history lesson. I could take the history of hip hop room.
Okay. I can take the guitar gallery. Mauve's got fantasy break room o'clock.
That leaves me with punks to the masses.
Dope.
All right. Catch you back by the giant guitar statue, barring any imminent demise.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Bye.
All right, and then Guy, you are going to the taking punk to the masses, right?
That is what he tells the others, yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I see.
Wait.
Oh, I see.
Wait.
Punk?
And
That's
then
what you tell us? Wait, can I tell if Guy was lying? Is that not a thing I can do in Call of Cthulhu?
it seemed very convincing. You all did your little split.
It did seem really good.
Yeah. Even I didn't know what Guy was planning.
No.
The keeper.
I'm forever insight checking your ass now.
I have a question about tech.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked a lot when I was creating Fable about like facial recognition software, and obviously that exists right now.
Oh
right?
yeah, there are definitely cameras in this building as well. It is a museum, so you all, while you are being very sneaky and are not being found out currently by the staff inside, there is definitely a chance that they may figure out that you are here.
I was wondering if maybe it's standard to have, because if general, security cameras in this time can detect faces, maybe when it detects faces, it has like a little alert, if that makes any sense. Because right now people have to like watch them, right? Like people have to watch security cameras to see if there are people, but if facial recognition software was so good, maybe it would be like, bing, bang, there's a face in here.
Yeah.
But you all are covered like completely because you're in disguise.
Well, right now
and
we
Fable,
are.
And Fable has something
And you
too.
have your software, that
sneaky
your
business.
your cool stuff that helps kind of get rid of some of that detection software off of you.
Because that cool stuff only makes sense if this is an active problem.
Yes. No. Yeah.
Cool stuff can just be there because it's cool, though.
That's true.
That's true. No,
That's
I think
a good lesson. Words for life.
right. I do think that there is definitely a good bit of facial recognition software in this timeline, just because of tech in general. It's very normal. Like even out of character now, our phones, right? You can unlock your phones with your face and such. So it wouldn't be too far fetched to expect that there is pretty advanced facial recognition software at this point in time in 2050. So I think it would depend on the establishment and how they implement it. So restaurants maybe just have it on more of it doesn't need to be high security, but they can use the software if need be. And then places like museums, high traffic areas, etc., probably have a constant kind of ping type of recognition, or if they're looking for someone, they might be able to pinpoint their face in a crowd, use the cameras around the city, that sort of thing.
I'm imagining restaurants are using facial recognition to figure out who they're calling for when their table is ready now.
Right, like the waiters are like, oh, this one. Or maybe they're regulars. They're like, oh, the regular's here. Just bring them out their normal,
Yeah, like we literally know their face.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading about this, and it's like it's scary, but even facial recognition software right now, it doesn't matter if the entire bottom half of your face is covered.
It can
as long as it can see your eyes and the bones around your eyes, it will work.
Because it's the structure, right, that it kind of picks out.
But one of the things that does work is things that are reflective, because if it like spindles light, it won't work. So Fable's contacts are designed to be like hyper reflective at
Love that.
cameras, so that it spindles out that area, and then the bottom part is covered.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that'll be helpful for this little event that you all are taking part in. It is very feasible that they will be checking cameras afterwards, depending on whether or not they find the guards as well that you all have left strewn around the premises.
True. Forgot about them, actually. I hope they're doing okay in the bush.
What gets hidden in a bathroom stall must eventually
Let's leave the bathroom stall. Okay.
Absolutely. All right. Our group of investigators has taken to splitting off, or they are all in different areas. So why don't we see what you all are up to? Noor, you are heading to the Hip Hop Room.
Yes.
So you have to go back down a little ways, past the guitar sculpture, and there is an entrance right down at the bottom of kind of where this floor is. Yeah, and you get there pretty quickly. You all are fairly close to the rooms that you were headed in the direction of. It's not that far of a trek. There is a restroom above you all as well, and then there is... Nope, just kidding. That's it.
Sorry, what?
And that's it.
Wrong room.
Deeply sus.
Just retcon that for a second.
Can I ask just like if Noor sees any windows on her way? Just because she's like, if I have to make a quick exit, a window just does she like somewhere where she could like?
So you don't really have any other. The bathroom that's going to be closest to you is going to be all the way back up at the top, closer to where the guitar gallery room is.
It's a different bathroom than the one we stuffed the guard in.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. The ones that you all stuffed the guards in were by the entrance stairs. So you all had to come around to the indie game room, and then you've now gone past that and past the sculpture.
Got it. So yeah, I guess Noor will just make her way to the room. I guess every time she like turns a corner, making sure there isn't like a guard or someone scary looking with a cowl on their head, like as she's doing this, but also trying to like look like she belongs there. Like, I'm just doing my regular sweep as a Nostradamus employee.
You've got that security badge, you know.
I do.
It's fine.
I forgot about that.
Just roll. You can just roll with it. Cool. Hope for the best. You're just doing some general rounds, right? Because all the other guards are busy.
But yeah. And then I go to the history room.
And much like for Mauve, you are walking through the hallway, heading into the room, and it is eerily quiet. There is like nothing else going on out here from what you can see, which is very odd. Even if most of the employees are in the indie game room at the moment, you would think there would be some white noise, some noise from ambient interactions. And the museum has a lot of interactive exhibits, but you don't really hear anything right now as you step into the hip hop room.
There's no hip hop playing in the hip hop room? That's so quiet. I step in. Do I notice anything? Like, I guess, what do I see? Do I notice anything out of the ordinary? Am I seeing yellow things on the wall again? Or how does it look?
No weird yellow objects or cloths standing out this time. The room is still relatively dimly lit. It looks to still be in construction. So that could explain maybe why there isn't any kind of music playing. They are definitely still working on it. You do see some cardboard cutouts of, stars like Jimi Hendrix, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You've got, some different instruments kind of strewn about. It looks like they are getting ready to hang them. Some guitars, some bass guitars. You've got like a nice electrical keyboard off in the corner. It looks like they might be trying to make some interactive rooms that you can kind of sing and play the instruments in, which they have in another area of the museum. So it might be a similar type of exhibit that they're setting up for part of this interactive section.
Okay.
But it definitely looks like people just kind of up and left from working on the site. There's, like spackle laying about, some paint brushes, things like that. It was all just kind of left as is.
Can I tell if the paintbrushes are still wet or if they completely dried, just to see how long people have like left? Just so that I know if like, was this like a recent leaving or was this like people rushed like it's like no one's been in here for like a day, or people rushed out and were like forced to leave?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and you can give me a look.
I keep forgetting that's like a thing.
Shoot Michaela a look.
Shoot me some daggers.
You know the look.
When you say look, which one is that? I don't actually see look on my... I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
I'm like, libraries, listen, locksmith.
Spot hidden, rather.
Oh.
My bad.
No, yeah. You're good. That was me. I was like, I don't know which one. I forget which one it is. I forget that these names like mean like something slightly like they're like, oh, it's not. I'm not trying to find a spot to hide in. I'm trying to like see things hidden in spots.
That is good.
That would be a 7. Nice. Spot hidden, which is
nice.
Like less than half, not like a quarter though. Okay.
You see some of the paint cans, the paint brushes, and off to the side of them, you definitely notice some droplets of paint. And if you run your finger through them, they are still wet. Granted, it's paint for walls and the like, so it does take a little bit of time to dry, but it is fairly fresh.
I don't like hear anything like anyone else in the room at all. It's like actually silent.
It's pretty quiet. You hear perhaps some creaking further in.
Further in?
Oh god. Read.
But like when lights kind of sway back and forth type of creaking. Not necessarily anyone is there creaking.
Okay, so Noor hears the creaking. Well, first, before she does that, does she notice, I guess with that look, does she also notice that she doesn't notice anything strange about the room at all? It's just like the room at all. It's just like, okay. So I think she's going to go in a little bit, like quietly and be like, try to just like confirm that there's like a thing, it's like a light that's creaking, just to make sure that it's not like another, in case like it is a person, like she's like not thrown off by it. I don't know. She's nosy. She's like, who else is in here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nor wants to roll predict homicide.
Predict homicide. She's so nosy. It's like actually like a fatal flaw of hers.
Sure. So you are going to slowly make your way deeper into this room as we go and check in on Guy and see what he's doing.
That's so evil.
Cool. So as soon as the others are out of sight, like he'll make towards the punk room to start with. But then as soon as the others are out of sight, he will double back to the indie room.
You're the worst. I just want you to know.
I'm so mad. Like, I'm not mad, but I am mad.
We as actual people are mad at you right now. Go ahead. No, Fable, don't go in. Don't do anything reckless or weird.
No, Fable, be responsible.
We have.
do as he says, not as he does.
Talk me off a ledge and then walk right in there.
And he will glance through the window to make sure Victoria Hyland is still in there, first of all.
Yep.
And if that's the case, he will pull off the hood and walk in, hands in the air.
I thought Noor was gonna be the problem.
I 100% thought I was gonna be the problem.
We were all wrong.
Surprise.
It's the man.
I know.
Yeah.
If you've surprised yourselves there, and Guy will walk in, hands in the air, and he'll look at Victoria and say, "Hello, Vicks. I think we need to talk."
As you go to walk into this room, all eyes are on you, and there are many of them. You now have a better look at the room and what you're really looking at. Not a fuzzy photo through a camera, not a quick glance trying not to be seen. No, you get to take in everything that is happening in here.
Before you tell me what I see, can I? This might make you, because I don't need to give away stuff that you wouldn't want to give away based on this.
Yeah.
Before I go in, can I set my phone to record and send a live message to Noor?
To Noor? Yeah, absolutely. I would say just give me, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. Just to see if you can do it without them noticing that you're kind of digging around in your pocket.
Cool, so I've got 59 sleight of hand, so I'm going to roll. And I rolled that's a 1. Flat 1.
You rolled a 1?
Wow, okay. So you, without any problem.
You give Noor a heart attack. She hears noise in the silent room, by the way.
Yeah, they have a bigger problem now, buddy.
True, I didn't even think about that. You are able to very quickly, put your hand in your pocket, kind of finagle it so that you are recording what is going on, getting a message to Noor. They don't notice it at all. All they notice is that there's someone standing there who is not a recognized employee, but is a recognized person to Victoria Hyland. The room, the foundation is the same as the room itself, the indie room, as it was made for Mopop. However, it is much, much different. The feel of the room is different. This is usually an exhibit that is filled by laughter and enjoyment of indie games, people trying out all of these newer titles, or sometimes even yet to be released titles. Sometimes demos get, promoted there. Instead, the air is stagnant. Everything and everyone is very serious. There are bodies slumped over in the chair still, because you came back around fairly quick. They've not had time to deal with the individuals who are inside the game who unfortunately did not make it through the most recent battle. And the first thing that comes out of Victoria's mouth is, why was this door unlocked? And you, what are you doing here?
Came to see you. I think we should talk in private about Derek and all this.
Several of the guards start to step forward with their hands on their belt, and Victoria gives them a quick wave, and they stop walking towards you for the time being. She goes, "And why should I give you the time of day when I am clearly dealing with a very fun predicament at the moment? I have crowd control to do, and I have no time to waste."
Because I can help you. Based on what I heard you say.
You?
Yeah, me. This is what I do.
You want to help me? You hate this company.
I do. But as hard as I try, I don't hate you yet. I owe you a lot, or at least something. And I get the sense you're in deeper than you want to be, and there's stuff going on here that you don't even know. And I can help you find out what that is. I can fix this. Maybe even get you or Derek out, or at least I can try. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I left again.
She rubs her temples and looks at the screen where the game is being streamed, where Derek just left a message, or in this case, Akihiko, Derek's character, and she looks back at you, and all the guards, with their eyes still fixed on you, with nothing but malicious intent. You have the feeling that while she has some power over them, it is not full power over them. Begrudgingly, her heels click towards you, and she gets very, very, very close. And she leans in.
Sorry about the smell, by the way.
I can't with you. Oh my god.
She goes, "You do owe me." And she waves her hand behind her, and the guards relax for but a moment. And we go to Fable. Making their way to the guitar gallery.
Tough act to follow. Yeah, Fable is creeping around the guitar gallery. Fable doesn't have a disguise, isn't disguised as someone who's supposed to be there, so they have mask up and the LEDs inside it on, and are just looking for anything that looks unusual. They've probably been here before. They've probably visited this gallery.
So the way the guitar gallery is set up is that it is an exploration of many, many iconic instruments and a highlight of the musicians that played them as well. So the exhibit features 20 plus guitars like the Fender Telecaster, the Gibson SG, some bass guitars, some normal guitars. It is a collection of all of them, and they all have little blurbs, the panels that you normally see in museums where it kind of gives you an idea of what the guitar is, who played it, when it was made, who it was made by, etc. And they are all encased in glass with different lights illuminating them. But it is a pretty sparse room other than that. There's a lot of space in between to allow for people to walk through and actually look at the guitars.
Okay. So there's famous guitars cased in glass and who used them.
Mm-hmm. This is probably one of the most normal looking rooms, by far, that you all have seen today.
That makes it scary.
Yeah. So does anything in this room look off?
Not off the top of your head. You're looking around. You said that you've likely been here before. So you recognize what you're looking at as, oh, okay, this is the same exhibit that I've been to.
Looking at pictures of this exhibit, and it would be really eerie to creep through it because the glass cases that contain the guitars are in the middle of the room and you can see through them.
You can.
But when you see through them, everything's distorted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think Fable's having a good time with this. But it is a fairly small room, and if they don't see anything wrong, then they'll turn back.
Okay. Do you want to give me a spot hidden?
Sure do. Oh, good.
Oh. Is it really good?
No, it's not. What? Hey, what's up with my rolls? Everybody take my good rolls? You just leave me with your garbage rolls?
Oh, no.
So my spot hidden is supposed to be 40.
Okay.
I rolled a 97. I can't find my own 2 feet.
You actually trip.
I trip. I try to find...
Would you like to push your roll, or?
I think so.
Ooh.
I think so.
Okay.
Okay,
Do
here we
it.
go. Okay, all right. 32.
Yes.
32. Okay. Good. That could have ended very badly had you not found your feet.
I get the impression, based on how this whole episode's going, this is all going to end very badly anyway. But
Anytime you say good, I'm like, oh, bad. Okay, bad.
Fable, you are walking around this room, and you are getting ready to head out. You've made, a kind of a roundabout fashion, looking through the guitars, the cases, and you don't really see anything out of the ordinary. So you figure, okay, I'll move on to the next room or check in on the rest of my friends and make sure everything's going okay. You decide to take one more quick look because it's a little too normal for your liking, and you see in between some of the glass, unfortunately, a familiar face.
Don't do this.
And it is the face you think, or at least very similar to, that you saw peeking through in the background of Smiley's stream. Just briefly, you see it amongst the refracted glass in one of the cases. It dissipates rather quickly. You do a double take.
And does it look like someone walking by, or does it look like it's an illusion, the glass?
It looks like an illusion, but it looks like they are... How do I describe this? You know when you are in a double mirror, or you have those instances where you walk past someone at pretty much precisely the same time and you meet in the middle? That is what just happened here. So you walk past the glass, heading out back towards the exit, the glass in the middle of the room, and at the same time, this face and these white, flowy robes meet your gaze. And it is distorted because the glass is refracted, but it looks similar. You still have a hint of recognition in that face. And as you walk past, and where they would have walked past, nothing comes out on the other end.
And they have a mask on, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a masked face, or it's like a...
It's a masked face. It's a pale white mask.
And can I tell if they... Did it look like they were looking straight at me? Or like they were passively looking? Like, did it look like that specter saw me?
Yeah, it's like they glanced at you.
Cool.
Kind of out of the corner of their eye, and then their robes kind of trailed behind them as you all passed each other in the reflection.
I think Fable just stops dead and goes, well, I fucking hate that. And stops for a minute and looks around the room and then turns around and walks backwards towards where their friends are.
And you go ahead and you make your way out of that room. Your pace is probably, I would imagine, a little bit quickened as well.
Oh yeah, it's a full-on zoom. It's a quiet zoom, but it's a full-on zoom.
But it's a zoom.
Yeah, I think Fable had a quick moment of realizing that they can't punch that, and they were out. That was the end of that. I can't punch an invisible robed figure, so that's the end of that conversation.
Absolutely. And Noor, we go back to you, where you started receiving was it a call?
I think it was either a call or a recording, like, just streamed.
I'm not gonna even question how Guy got my phone number. I just assumed he had it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. And you don't hear Guy talking to you on the other end. Not at you, anyways. Instead, you hear him talking to someone.
You meant I heard someone else completely for a hot second, and I was like, oh my god.
But it doesn't take you long to realize that Guy is not talking to you, he's talking to someone else, and that someone else is the voice that you heard from earlier from inside of the indie room. And that's where we're going to take our break.
I can't do this.
Why you like this?
I want to go home.
I quit, Michaela.
Mom, I want to go home.
I'm leaving. Mom, pick me up. I want to make cookies with you.
Mom, I'm scared.
Escaping Carcosa is brought to you by the Ballad of the Seven Dice Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching Ballad of the Seven Dice. Supporting our Patreon helps us pay for the show, such as hosting, equipment, and additional content for you to enjoy. Our Patreon is Pay What You Want and contains behind-the-scenes updates, audio dramas, one-shots, and more. You can also head over to iTunes and Spotify and leave us a 5-star review. Every review helps us fight against the horrors of the algorithm. Until next time, dear travelers, keep an eye out for the yellow sign.